has a lot going on in there, and I think there's a lot of different layers, and some things may present one way and end up being a completely different way. And I think that's the beauty of people, as well as characters.
Hi, Ashley. Hi.
Hi.
Thank you so much for your time. It's a pleasure to be talking to you both. Very intense, very like the series is very like I like it. So I just want to know. We can start with Ashley. What attracted you to the script that Harriet created?
I was attracted to how many layers there were and how it was really smartly kind of playing with the light and the dark of all the characters. You're not 100% sure if someone's a good guy or a bad guy. So I really enjoyed the duality of that and exploring that further.
And for you, Chiara?
I think I enjoyed a lot of it, but just how these characters were written, and how there was a lot of different layers and a lot of different things going on was really interesting to explore, and to want to learn more about. And I think the evolution of our characters and our story throughout the 10 episodes it's a really interesting experience and something I definitely wanted to be a part of.
Yeah. Ashley, your character, Lisa, she's also very has her secrets too. So how did you prepare to play her, and how like you balance that on along the series?
Well, some of the secrets I knew going into it, and some of them I didn't. And I just, I tried to find the truth in her and think about her backstory and think about how that would inform the woman that she is when we meet her, and just be ready to kind of play any curveball that the writers threw at me.
And you, Chiara, your character is also she's looks like a princess, but behind she's also a very evil girl.
Yeah.
So how did you create that? You know what I mean? Like, because it's really convincing.
No, I think just playing the humanity of her in the best way that I could. And working on, every person has a lot going on in there. And I think there's a lot of different layers, and some things may present one way and end up being a completely different way. And I think that's the beauty of people, as well as characters.
Yeah. Actually, you work alongside with Enrique, and it's a the relationship that you see between Peter and Lisa. It's very like a little bit strange. Like how did you tackle their relationship on screen?
Enrique and I took time to work together off of set so we could find a familiarity and have like an emotional dialogue between the two of us, which I think was really helpful, so that when we got to set, a lot of that work was already done. And some of it's on the page. The writers did a really good job of writing that dynamic for us, and then we got to play in it and enjoy it when it was enjoyable.
yeah, that's right. And Chiara, what was like the most challenged part for your character roles that you can share?
The most challenging part, I mean, all of it. I think the simplest moments could be challenging. I think just building that world for her, and creating a playground, and the writers created such a beautiful space for us to feel free and motivated and empowered to make really strong and bold and unique choices with our characters. I think that was hard with the pressure of that, but it was also beautiful and amazing, and I think I learned a lot from it.
Yeah, and for like from your perspective, what do you think the show is really about? You can start with Ashley.
I think the show is about exploring people's inner demons and highlighting that nobody's ever really all good or ever really all bad, and trying to find the humanity in people. It's about trust. It's about secret.
And for you, Chiara?
My new saying, which is something I've come up with while thinking about this show a lot, is that life is kind of an optical illusion. And I think that that's a really beautiful thing that we play in within this show, is that everything's an optical illusion. Nothing is quite as what we think it is. And I think that this show is about the many layers and darkness that is held within people and within a story that holds this much weight to it.
I'm gonna come back to you, Chiara, because I want to ask you, like how's like work with Lily? Oh. And yes, and I see that there is a dynamic there. How's like work with her?
It was incredible. I said this earlier, but I think I've learned maybe the most I've ever learned from anyone from Lily. And I watch myself not only as an actress, but also as a human, taking behaviors and mannerisms and the boldness and strength that she has within her characters and her work and her as a person. I take that with me everywhere I go. And I still watch myself making choices and learning from things that she taught me. I was very young when we filmed. And I think it was such a growing experience for me. And I watch myself every day trying to take aspects of that and implement them into my life.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's amazing. And Ashley, like for both of you, actually, what was like filming in New Orleans, and what was different from other projects that you guys had?
Well, New Orleans is its own particular beast. It's like nowhere else in America, really. It's a real melting pot. It's almost like its own ecosystem as well. I've never known humidity like I have experienced in New Orleans. Yeah, it's an interesting place to film, a really enjoyable place to film, I think.
And for you, Chiara?
Mosquitoes. There was a lot of mosquitoes. And I covered. No, it was great. New Orleans was amazing. The cast was all a lot older than me when we were working. But I felt like a lot of people took me under their wing and gave me an opportunity to get to know the people I was working with. And my life on and off set was really wonderful. And I have really fond memories of my time there.
Yeah, that's amazing. I just want to thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Chiara, for your time. A lot of success. And I hope everybody liked the series like I did. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Bye. Bye. If you like this video, don't forget to comment, to like, and subscribe to our channel right here.